Okay, this is about how do we stop black on black violence and how do we stop black on black killing. If you look at the murder rate in America among young black males, 90% of every black man in America that's murdered is murdered by another black man. I mean, if there's actually more black men in America that's murdered than the war in Iraq and the Afghanistan war combined together. And I think we need to figure out how can we stop the violence? How can we stop our young black males from joining gangs? Instead of joining gangs, get their education and finish school and go to college. I think the biggest problem is we need better black leadership. A lot of our black leaders want to sit back and say, oh, it's the white man's fault. It's the white man's fault why all our black kids is killing each other. But at the end of the day, I think it's the black community's fault for not raising our kids better and not teaching our kids better. And that's what we need to do. We can't just sit back and say, it's the white man's fault. If two black kids kill each other, it's not the white man's fault. It's our own fault for not raising our kids better. It's the black community's fault for not raising our kids, not teaching our kids better, not teaching our kids that they can do better with their life. It's gotten to the point where being a thug is looked at as being cool, and being educated is looked at as being lame. If you see an 18-year-old kid graduate from high school, it's looked at as being no big deal. But if a young black man gets out of jail, they throw him a party. They'll throw him a party for getting out of jail, but they won't celebrate a young black man that graduates from college or graduates from high school. And I think that's the biggest problem. I think we got everything. I think we have everything in the black community ass backwards. The kid that's graduating school, that's the black man that should be celebrated, not the black man that just got out of jail. How is going to jail looked at as being more cooler than graduating from college? And this is the biggest problem. We need to teach our kids better. We need to teach a lot of our young black men that being educated, it should be looked at as being cool, and joining a gang should be looked at as being bad. But instead, it's looked at as being the opposite. If you act like a thug and get 3 and 4 women pregnant and not be a father to your child and join the gang and all this and that, you're glorified, you're praised and glorified in the black community. But if you go to college and finish school and be faithful with one woman and get married, you're looked at as being lame. You're looked at as being corny. And I think this is the biggest problem. We have everything among our young black youth is looked at as being ass backwards. The black man that does the positive, good thing is looked at as being lame. And the black man that does the ignorant thing and goes and gets 5 and 6 different women pregnant and not be a father to his child, he's looked at as being a player and a pimp and a hustler. He's praised and glorified as being this great individual because he got 5 and 6 different women pregnant. And then you'll see a black man that does something positive and something good, he's looked at as being lame. How is it that a black man that graduates from college be's faithful to one woman, is looked at as being lame. And I think this is the problem. We need to teach our young black men that we need to teach our young black males that being educated and doing the right thing and being faithful to a woman and being a father to your child should be looked at as being great. Should be looked at as being the greatest thing you can do. But instead, that's looked at as being lame. In order to be praised and glorified, a lot of young black men think in order to be praised and glorified, they have to be a thug. They have to go get 5 and 6 different women pregnant. They have to go join that gang. They have to go sell those drugs. And that's why a lot of our young black men have this way of thinking. We need to teach our young black men, our young black males, that being educated and being prosperous is a good thing, not a bad thing. And that being a thug and getting sleeping with 5 and 6 different women and getting all these women pregnant and not being a father to your child is a bad thing. And that's what we need to teach our young black men. There's too many of our black leaders that think we should just ignore this issue, that this is all the white man's fault and we should just sit back and ignore this issue. And I think we need better black leadership. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing. There's no reason why this many young black men should be dying on the streets of America every day. Every time 2 black kids kill each other, it absolutely breaks my heart. It breaks my heart up. And I think there's more we can do. I think there's more we can do as adults to teach our young black men that violence is not the answer. Joining a gang is not the answer. We need to teach our young black males that going to college and getting an education is the right thing. Not joining a gang and being a thug and trying to be like these ignorant rappers. I mean, it's gotten to the point where these rappers are pretty much raising our kids. We need to teach our kids that, you know, these rappers don't live in real life. They're talking about a fairy tale that's not true. That's entertainment. That's not real life. So we need better black leadership. We need to teach our kids to do better. And I think that's the only way we're going to stop the black on black murder rate in America. The only way we're going to stop the black on black violence in America is to stop making excuses. Stop trying to blame other people. We need to take responsibility as black leaders in America to teach our kids better and to teach our young black males to do better. That being a thug is not all what it's all made out to be. That being a gentleman is better than being a thug. And the problem with it is, a lot of our young black males think, they're raised to think that being a thug is better than being a gentleman. And that's the biggest problem. The only way the black on black murder rate, the black on black violence is going to stop in America, we have to teach our kids better. We have to take responsibility and teach our kids better.